What is up, dudes? Welcome back. Dudes, today we're gonna talk about which one of these two light tanks in the game. Sheridan, high tech, with the skill high tech, or bglt.panzer 57. So, we're gonna start with bglt.panzer, which is a light tank. It comes from Germany, and it has two main guns. Well, mostly I use just two of them. You can put, let's say, for instance, high explosive or machine gun or all that other stuff, but I used to play with this tank in the beginning of the game and I loved it. It was a murderer, and still it is, but it has some downside, and it comes to your gameplay and how you play with the tank. If you see, the design of the tank looks very similar to some tanks from other games, and it's very, how to say, stealthy, you know. It's very fast. So let's go ahead with mobility. 75 kilometers an hour. Acceleration is very fast, so it's very mobile as a light tank. It's very mobile. It's important to be mobile as a light tank. Hit points 1800. Armor not so much. It's paper. All over the place is paper. Don't expect to get bounces even though you have these sharp angles and so on. Diagonal doesn't help. Sustained damage. It says 190 penetration on the main gun, with 115 damage. So if you switch from APSDS to, let's say, high explosive, you're not gonna do so much. So keep it with the APSDS. You don't have hit ammo, you don't have hash ammo or HEP ammo. So APSDS, it is the only one thing. And then you have ATGMs. With ATGMs comes with upgrades. So the moment you're gonna upgrade, you're gonna go to the other ATGM and so on. Missile launcher, whatever. Let's go a bit to utility. It has 430 view range. It's perfect. You don't need view range with this tank. You can do and add more retrofits, but whatever, doesn't matter. And on targeting, it says minus 8 degrees depression, 45 degrees gun elevation. So this tank can shoot quite high, and it has a very decent gun depression, which is fine. Doesn't help sometimes because you ain't gonna fight with the enemy in close combat. You're gonna be far away and sneaky. Ability, it has the one with top speed, which temporarily improves your vehicle acceleration, maximum speed, and hull traverse speed values at the cost of increased camouflage penalties. So the moment you use this thing, your camo drops very fast, and it's one of the most stupid buffs this tank has because it's very fast, you know. Too bad doesn't have a squad, or I don't know, another launcher, you know, on top of the tank, not on the side. But whatever. Let's go now with Sheridan. With Sheridan, it comes from America. From America, my fellow Americans. And this skin is a high tech. It's from an event, and where it's another version of this Sheridan, which is premium. And it has this skin also, which is sick. Been grinding that time quite a lot to get this skin, which you cannot buy if I'm not mistaken nowadays. Let's go ahead with this tank. So sustained damage, it says 50 penetration with 650 damage, which you're gonna sit and say what the heck is going on. But this tank has kinda like the same gun as Starship. If you haven't seen the video what I've made, which is the best medium in the game, I pointed out from Starship that he has heat, Shillelagh, ATGM, and high explosive. This tank has the same gun as barely the same gun as Starship, and it's amazing because this is what this tank can do and have on this tank. Like basically not that shitty gun that you find in other games, and you play with Sheridan in other games. It's at tier 10 and it's a completely joke and misrepresentation of the tank, because this tank served in war and helped a lot the army, you know. So try to be very respectful, you know, to this tank. When it comes to defense, it has 1700, so less health than the previous. Mobility wise, 72 kilometers an hour, it's very fast, so it's important. Travel speed, acceleration, pretty much the same. Utility, it says 438. Vision range while moving. So this tank has a very great vision range. You can spot enemies far ahead and you don't need to use retrofits. You just need retrofits for view range. You need retrofits for other stuff, such as guiding the ATGM, reloading faster, probably. Get some kits, you know, to help your tank to not get so much injured. And gun and depression, whatever elevation, it's pretty much the same except elevation. When it comes to upgrade, the moment you're gonna upgrade the tank, you're gonna get, you know, some better guns and so on. Profile and avatar. The same thing it goes with the bglt, as you may see. So let's go ahead and do a test drive with bglt.panzer now. We are shooting right now with the AP rounds. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a thing or two. So basically this tank has an auto cannon with 20 pieces. The downside is that it happens always the same thing. But the good side it is that you can press C, reload very fast, and get back to work. You can fully aim and shoot targets. Reload fast, 8 seconds, get in position once again, and here we go. So it's a very fairly maneuverable tank, very maneuverable, good guns, and this is gonna be one of the most toughest comparisons ever, because the bglt and Sheridan are really good light tanks. So I have high explosive first, it hit second, ATGM third, so this is the shot. So we gave him 5 criticals. That's a lot. 989 ammo touched. This tank is very mobile and powerful, and in my opinion it's also one of the most cheapest let's say tanks to make money with, because the gun itself helps you a lot. When it comes to mobility, as you may see, is fine. View range is the best one. Probably a tier 5 among all of them. The gun is very decent. We're gonna shoot now with hit ammo to see how it reacts, and then with ATGM. Let's pick a target. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this Starship. Let's say you flank him. 954. It says here that you go up to 720 to 760, but you're gonna get a 25% bonus, so that's still fine. ATGM, same thing, except I was expecting to do much more damage, but it happens with high rounds, low rounds, so it's always a problem. See, 1k. So here we are back to garage. Now since these are the only ones that are in the game as light tanks, I'm gonna compare them as with the TDs, which line is the fun and the most enjoyable and so on, which is kind of funny that I'm saying this, but it's basically how to speak. It's only one line. If you go from Sheridan towards the end, you're gonna love to play with Stingray 2 and Buford. But the moment you go with bglt.panzer, you're gonna go straight into AFV. And if you don't have experience with AFVs are basically a armored fighting vehicle, which are much faster than this one. They have the similar type of guns, basically bglts and AFV BMD4 or BMP, because there are other versions also, as you may see here. In my opinion, the best light tank it is the Sheridan. Why? Even though you have with this one 2 guns, with Sheridan you're gonna make a lot of missions, do a lot of specials, get rid of the text tree and explore very fast and go towards to the next tank, Stingray, and then to the Stingray 2 from Stingray. And it's very enjoyable and you're gonna love to play with this tank a lot of matches. I've been playing quite a lot with this one, 79 matches. With bglts I think not so many, just 56. But as you may see, yeah, it's different from the past. Like these two tanks weren't related and they had different lines. Now they are similar, and this is just a link between 2 text trees or 2 types of tanks. So Sheridan is my take on this, the best tier 5 light tank. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time. Peace out.